David, his dad, is the president of that Bank Corporation. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. But yeah, we're going to, it's going to be later. People can introduce his picture. No. You don't know. I guess we should.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 o'clock. It is Thursday, May the 1st. Welcome to the May meeting of the Riverfront Design Committee. First order of business is roll call, please.
Paul Dudman.
Present.
Anthony Black. Kenny Dennis.
Here.
Brian Doherty.
Here.
John Joyce.
Here.
Don Casbright.
Here.
Richie Splitt.
Here.
David Yost.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Item 2, approval of minutes. The last meeting was on March the 6th of this year. The minutes were in your packet. Does anyone have any questions, comment, or changes? Otherwise, we'll entertain a motion for approval. Move approval. Moved by Mr. Doherty.
Second.
Second by Mr. Splitt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Item 3, cases withdrawn. There are none. Item 4, consent docket. There are none. Item 5, continuance requests. There are none. Item 6, cases for individual consideration. 6A, we have one item. Item SRCA-14-00005 at 1501 South Walker Avenue. Lisa?
This is in the Western Gateway District by Mark Crittenbrink for Black Pearl Capital, LLC, to construct a 13,361 square foot, 3-story masonry office building, install parking lot, install lighting, install sidewalks, street trees, landscaping, and irrigation within the site, install paved entryway with bollards and rear courtyard, install decorative fencing, and install dumpster enclosure. And as part of the board's work, to offer a recommendation to the Board of Adjustment for a variance to the setback regulation.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Would the applicant like to come forward and have any comments in addition to what's in your application?
I'm Sean Lord, and this is on the 1501 South Walker property. I guess we just go ahead and take off here, huh?
Please do.
Some of the challenges related to this site were the regulation of the setback. We were supposed to stay within a certain range, that 10 feet off of the street, to define that street corridor, define the street frontage. Well, that's a challenge in giving that also the ordinance wants us to close the gap between the riverfront, the park side as well. So what we've done is the compromise in that is to go ahead and define the street for the urban design concept, I guess, would be define the street at the with the landscape and the site fencing to hold that line, and then also allow this to kind of cascade back into the site a little bit to take advantage of the views and things off of the river. So go ahead and flip. Everybody knows the orientation of the site. That's all pretty clear, right? We've provided all the documentation related to the enclosure of the dumpster, the site fencing details, and those kinds of things in sheet A102 here. Continue. This shows the general floor plan, office building, partners' offices, those types of things, conference room, center atrium space. The atrium space will actually leak out, and that's where the views kind of come from. The back side of that building will have extravagant views towards the river, which is also why we wanted to place it where we did, and take advantage of those views and make sure that it has a presence on the park side. Continue. And this would be the third floor. It's the only difference. The first and second floor basically are just the offices, the standard stuff. The third floor actually has a conference conference room that'll be totally glassed in, and then additionally on the other side, on the other wing, it will have a fitness center that's completely glass as well. And then these will be terraced deck areas, also taking advantage of our location there off the river. Continue. Roof plan, really simple. We will be putting minimal HVAC equipment on the top of the roof, but it'll be screened and adequately covered. So we've got a lot of area to be able to do that and locate that stuff in the middle. Our height is going to be conducive to being able to hide that almost completely. So continue. This shows the elevations. The elevation on the top, the north elevation, basically that's your entry side, and it's going to show a 3-story atrium. A 3-story atrium, the office pieces flanking the sides, and then on the top floor there, the overhang and conference area, and then to the other side there, do I have a pointer? I don't. Oh. Okay. So on this side, where my hand, you guys, I don't know if you can see my hand there on the
They can't.
but that's the fitness center area over there, and then flanking the ends of the building are the stair towers, the egress stair towers. If I could zoom out, here we go. That'll work. This particular area is showing the riverside view, and so again, large expanses of glass that'll show, take advantage of, again, the views of the park and the river. We really feel like that's an important piece of the project, and that we'll have the ability to kind of close the gap between the two. And that's the reason. That's the reason we're coming to you with a little bit of a different solution here that takes advantage of both things. We'll define the street with the landscaping and those kinds of things, but then also use the built work and take advantage of the views and things of the park. So, let's see. I'm going to breeze through the other two. I mean, they're the elevations, unless somebody wants to stop me and ask a question. Material-wise, we're going to be cast stone and brick. We'll have the minimal amount of EFS located on the entry component. This large piece here at the top would be an EFS piece that would emulate the cast stone, so we'll match those two in texture and color, but it would help us out with the dollar figure to be able to not have to wrap that thing. So let's see, building section, very simple, paver deck on the top there. We'll do looking at a couple of different membrane systems for the roofing of the deck. And then a pedestal paver system would be over the top of that in this area. I haven't spoke anything about the railing. The railing would be an aluminum cable railing system. We submitted that as well in the document. And it's a Feeney rail. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they do high quality architectural railing systems. Building wall section, kind of your standard stuff. You see all the masonry and cast stone, but cast stone is the base, kind of weights the building down. And we've got here some cut sheets of the proposed site lighting, which we think will end up being around 25 foot tall at the top, and that was provided in our documentation as well. I'm going to roll right through this because I don't know that anybody cares that much. This is a still of the front. The front of the building off of facing Walker. Again, cast stone base at the bottom, cast stone accent bands, cast stone in the masonry itself. kind of a plaza area, a drop-off area there with lighted bollards. We'll have an approved signage component as well. And then the back side here, this is the back that faces the park. We'll have a large landscape package that will be to come, and that's not a part of this yet. We got those guys on board, and I believe we're going to use Howard Fairbairn. You guys are familiar with them. Very talented, and they will meet all the regulations and things that you guys are looking for on that. So go ahead and run the animation. Wrap this up. Here's a quick animation that kind of give you an aerial view of the site and how we see this thing playing out. Swinging around back to the back side is this is the park view. Back to the north. I think from the animation you can tell we're pretty tight on site. We're crammed in there about as tight as we can get it and allow to get the parking and those kinds of things. One of the things why we cited it the way we did is if we put the building up on South Walker, so we just go ahead and adhere to that ordinance, push it up on that. Well, what you're going to have between you now the building and the park is a parking lot. So we think that this is a better solution of being able to close those two things and compromise in both ways to take advantage of both aspects. And I believe with that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone on the committee have any questions? Scotty, viewpoint?
Yes, this building does not meet the maximum setback requirements, and we do have a correction to make in your staff report under that reference to the bulk standards. It should be commercial uses require a 30-foot maximum setback, but this is an irregularly shaped lot on a wide, heavily trafficked arterial street. There is little connectivity and probably will not have a whole lot of connectivity, and we felt like it was more appropriate that this building frame the riverfront and the park rather than adhere to the strict maximum setback. So we recommend approval with the condition that the applicant get a variance to the maximum building setback regulations. We are continuing items, asking that you continue items 5A and 5B, which is the landscaping, because we don't have that plan in place yet. And we ask that you also provide a recommendation to the Board of Adjustment for a variance to the setback requirements.
Okay. And you're aware of the two items that are going to be postponed to the next meeting?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone care to make a motion?
Yeah. I'll move that we approve the application with the exception of items 5A and 5B and continue those to our next meeting, and also that we provide a recommendation of approval to the Board of Adjustment for the setback, for the variance.
Moved by Mr. Dennis, seconded by Mr. Casper. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Very nice looking building. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, number 7, other business. There are none. Item 8, communications. 8A, administrative approval report. We have 3 items there. The first one, SRCA-13-00025 at 1300 Southwest 3rd Street. The second one is SRCA-14-0003 at 1905 South Meridian. Item 3 is SRCA-14-00004 at 3700 Southwest 15th Street. Does anyone have any comments with regard to any of those or questions? Next item, comments from Planning Department staff. Lisa?
I don't think we have any comments. This is my first week with the Planning Commission, so or planning department, so it's good to meet
Yes.
everybody.
Well, it's nice.
I guess we should have introduced you as our new division head, and this is Lisa Chronister, and she will be joining us from now on. We're looking forward to working with her.
Very nice to have you with us. Thank you.
Yeah, David and I used to sit together on... And I'm an architect by profession, so I know various people from that life.
Well, it's nice to have you with us. Thank you. Item C, comments from committee members. Anyone?
I'd like to compliment the staff for being flexible about that front setback requirement, because that's, first of all, a groundbreaking improvement to that location. And I think flexibility when you're trying to do something as difficult as bring that area back into the current mainstream of downtown development, you have to compliment the city.
I thought it's just a really, really nice looking building. That's the kind of sort of structure we want to see going up along the river. Item D, next meeting date is Thursday, June the 5th. Obviously, we have this matter carrying over, so we will be having a meeting. Item 9, we'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Mr. Casper, second by Mr. Yost. All those in favour? We're adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. Not quite a record, but...